Unfortunately, getting lean and looking good is simple as heck. And I won't lie to you, you're genuinely just overcomplicating it. You're gonna be surprised by every single point I'm gonna give you in this video because it's gonna make getting lean so simple, you're gonna be in shock. Here's the real problem. You're typically going from 0 to 100 overnight. Initially, what you used to do is you could eat anything you want, and now you then here start tracking your calories. You had no structure, you had nothing. Now they didn't tell you need to have the perfect routine. And the fitness industry has complicated everything. They've overloaded you with so much information. I know previously you used to just enjoy and stay in your couch, but now they're telling you you need to have intense training. You need to get 10K steps every single day. All of these things is literally what's complicating fitness and what's complicating you getting lean. Now, here's the truth. Getting lean does not need to be complicated. You don't need the perfect diet. You don't need to track your calories. You definitely don't need to spend a stupid amount of time in the gym. However, most people fall off because they try to do every single one of these things at once. If you actually listen to every single point in this video and you implement every single one of them, I promise you, clients have paid and have gotten results. And I'm literally giving you the exact same systems I have made for my clients. I can assure you, you're gonna be mind blown by every single point. The goal really in this video is to make fat loss so easy, where we actually stop it from being a process and we just automate the process of fat loss. So you don't need more discipline, you don't even need motivation, you just need less friction. And you need to make the habit so easy that it's literally on autopilot. Now, this is gonna blow your mind. I know it's gonna blow your mind because craving control. I'm not gonna tell you that you should continue fighting the cravings. I'm going to tell you embrace your cravings. However, I want you to structure them. What I'm going to tell you to do, rather than actually just having the sugary snack right off the bat. Let's say you're having a craving to get a Oreo cookie and your brain is already playing the simulations on you, because I know that when you're in caloric deficits, you're going to have more cravings, and I'm going to acknowledge that fact. So what I'm going to tell you is I want you to eat a proper meal first. Let's say you've had a very proper meal, then you can have your snacks. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to reduce you actually binge eating. And this is really the goal. The goal is not to fight or resist your cravings. The goal is to actually structure them where it can fit perfectly. Having snacks in bulk, avoid it. Like, in as much as I'm going to tell you that are good and fine, don't fight your cravings but structure them. I want you to also know that you need to control your environment. Your environment matters. Biggest thing about discipline is that you don't even need to be using discipline every time. You can literally create your environment. You don't need to be using motivation or willpower. Structure beats willpower every single time. So just create your environment. Have naturally less junk food in your apartment. But it's going to reduce you actually having binge eating junk food. Now, this is also a definite game changer. The reason why this is a game changer is that you don't just only need cardio to actually burn that fat. You can literally walk in your apartment while scrolling. You can walk while scrolling. You can walk while watching a movie. And this is a definite game changer. You don't even need to be going outside of the house. I know that sometimes they tell you get 10K steps. You can literally just, while you're scrolling on your phone, you can get your phone. You can be scrolling while you're walking. You can stay active inside of your apartment. And those small steps will add up. And that lazy movement is literally burning calories. This is exactly what would actually even increase your fat loss process, making it automatic. What makes getting lean stupidly simple is the water hack. Now, I want you to do this, that every single time you wake up in the morning, rather than actually just going for that coffee, I want you to just drink 1 liter of water right before you wake up. When you do this is something I've personally realized that actually helps. Particularly when you wake up in the morning, you're actually not hungry, you're just dehydrated. And what you're going to be doing is, first of all, you drinking 1 liter of water when you wake up in the morning is going to do one thing. It's going to start reducing your eating time, which makes the caloric deficit naturally easier, because let's say you wake up by 9 a.m. and you're drinking water and you drink 1 liter to around like maybe 12. You realize that now you have slightly less time in a day to actually eat food, which is already helping the caloric deficit process. Water hack will literally make the getting lean process easy as heck. You feel me? The next point is actually even gonna blow your mind. Let's go. I know. You've heard track your calories. However, what I'm gonna tell you is don't let calorie use you. So what I need you to do is you don't need to track every single thing. Just become aware of what you eat. Understanding that knowing exactly what you're putting into your body would make the difference. All you have to do would be simply just write down your meals. You don't need to always track it. Just, okay, let's say you typically have 1 cup of coffee. Okay, no problem. You understand that you have 1 cup of coffee, you have 2 eggs in the morning. Well, typically you're supposed to be drinking water before that first, but now you then say, okay, after I drank 4 cups of water, proceeding into getting a coffee or bread. Now, the goal really would just be to understand that tracking is a tool. It is not meant to restrict you, it's not meant to bound you, it's not meant to keep you in shackles or in chains. No, what the point of this is really creating a system where you understand exactly what's going into your body. We need to know exactly what's going into your body so we can actually know how to get lean. I'm not going to lie to you. I have to also tell you, you can also make protein simple. You can incorporate protein effortlessly into your diet. So, how do you actually do it? You can literally just add protein to the meals you already eat. So, what I do is mince my chicken. When I have my minced chicken, what it literally does is that, like, it literally incorporates into the food so seamlessly. So, eating more protein without even trying. The beautiful thing about protein is that for you to get lean, which is you're building muscle, you low key have to eat protein, which is muscle, to build muscle. And one thing I love about protein is it keeps you fuller for longer and it supports your fat loss journey. So it literally is also going to be helping you get lean effortlessly. So, as I said, you don't need no perfect meal, you just need smarter meals. So, let's say you typically will have a bowl of rice. Now you can just easily just add in that minced chicken, and it's literally gonna bump up your protein. You're gonna realize that you're gonna be fuller for longer. Now, this is also important because when you're having your cravings, what I want you to also do would be eat your protein meals. Let's say you're supposed to have the rice or sauce. You add in your minced meat. After you do, sorry, you add in your minced chicken. When you add in your minced chicken, the next step you then do is, okay, I'm still having that craving. You can then have a tiny little bit. This is what makes the getting lean process seamless. All right, now lastly, we have to speak on your training. Every single thing I've spoken about up until this point is going to actually make you lose the weight, lose the fat. But the problem is when you just lose fat and there is no muscle, you're not going to look lean, you're going to look flat, you're going to look mushy. We don't want that mushy look. No, 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 no. Not over here. I did not spend your time for you to have a mushy look. Now, I want you to make your training very, very simple. Like, dumb it down, focus on what works. So with training, I always speak about the 80-20% rule, where 20% of your inputs will give you 80% of results. Now, the reason why I tell you this is because you're going to be structuring your program with around compound lifts. Now, when you structure your workouts around compound lifts, you're going to be imputing 20% of your action to give you 80% of the results. Imagine that compound lifts are like the big boss in a video game. When you can easily kill the big boss, it's going to be very easy to actually kill the little ones or the NPCs, like those small characters. So I want you to focus on compound lifts for every single movement. So the training split we're going to be following is a 3-day training split, push, pull legs, in and out, simple and effective. On your pull day, you're going to focus on pull-ups. I'm going to tell you, ditch the lat pull downs. Show me a person who can do good pull ups, and I'll show you a person who has a good back. So, you doing pull ups and you doing easy rows, these two is going to easily build your back without you even stressing. So, you can literally spend 30 minutes in the gym, 3 sets of pull ups, 3 sets of rows. If you're feeling a little bit, yeah, you have more energy, I'm going to tell you add back extensions for your lower back. And there you go, you have a pull day done. Oh, sorry, I literally forgot to add biceps as well. So you literally need to train your biceps after this because we also want sexy looking arms. I won't lie, you can also skip the bicep training and just focus on pull-ups and rows because indirectly you would be training your biceps. But if you want to also just go the extra mile, you can add in your back extensions and your biceps. Now for your push day, all you need to do is focusing on the most important muscle group, your upper chest for the aesthetics. While you look lean, you don't want your chest looking flat. And I'm gonna put you guys on. Now, what you're gonna be doing is your incline press. You can do this with dumbbells. You can also do this with a Smith machine. This would allow your upper chest grow, making your chest look fuller. Now you then need to focus on your shoulders. The shoulders for width, we're going to be doing lateral raises. We're going to be doing some pressing movements. Lateral raises, pressing movements, and rear delts, because you need to hit all three sides. And I know you guys want that summer physique where you look good. So you need your shoulders to be looking good from the front, hitting your front delts, hitting your side delts, front delt with some pressing movements like military presses, your lateral delts, the sides one with lateral raises, and your rear delts, which is this one right here. That would be any rear delt flies. Finally, we cannot neglect dips because we still want those big boy arms. Now for your leg day, keep it simple. Squats, RDLs, cows, you're out of the gym. For those that don't even like training legs, I've given you a simple ass workout. If you don't like squats, replace the squats with lunges. Now, these principles I've literally structured is to make your getting lean process embarrassingly simple. If you want a system and a structure that is done for you, that is so simple for you to get that lean physique, I'm going to tell you, book a call with the link. And I'll personally love to hear from you. I'm going to make and create systems and structures that fits and complement your lifestyle, that you're not going to be spending hours in the gym. No guesswork. So I'm going to tell you, book a call with the link. I'd love to hear from you. And with that said, that's the end of the video. I hope you got a lot of game in this video. Make sure you stay locked in. Make sure you stay keeping towards your goals. Peace, ladies and gentlemen.